Great morning, family. It is Friday. It is a beautiful sunny day here in Connecticut. I hope all is doing well. I am grateful this morning. Woke up, physical, great, mental, great. My soul is great, and I have my children with me in the back. They're healthy. So this is a great day for me. Sun's beaming in my eyes. But I want to come and talk to you all about another healing experience. A customer of mine was healed using obviously some herbal remedies that I prepared for her, and she was healed from having congestive heart failure. Healed using herbal remedies from congestive heart failure. But let's just talk a little bit about the segue. What tends to precede congestive heart issues or congestive heart failure? Usually it starts like you have high cholesterol, and then it proceeds to you now have high blood pressure. What are the culprits that cause the high cholesterol and the high then blood pressure? And then ultimately, if it continues, the person is diagnosed with heart disease, and the end of it would be congestive heart failure. So this customer of mine came to me, or was referred to me, senior, and she was diagnosed by a doctor. Again, I am not a medical doctor, but she was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. So the things that precede, like I said, are you'll be diagnosed with high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heart disease, and then again the congestive heart disease or heart failure. My father passed with congestive heart failure. Okay, at the age of 78, my father passed away. But he had so many telltale signs prior to being diagnosed with that. And this is what it looks like. This is what causes the high cholesterol. Know that if you are diagnosed with high cholesterol and you do nothing to change your lifestyle, you will then be diagnosed with high blood pressure, and so on and so on and so forth. Okay, the heart is a muscle. It can take but so much. So we have to look obviously at our diet, right? What are we consuming? And these are things that take place over time. You just don't wake up one day and the doctor says that you have high cholesterol. Okay? Your eating regimen, not getting the minerals that you need on a daily basis, 102 minerals that we need on a daily basis. But all of these things can be remedied. They can all be healed. Salt, regular table salt, is a huge factor in the high cholesterol, the high blood pressure, and all of that. One of the things that you need to do is you need to switch to sea salt. Start cooking with sea salt. Okay? Because what regular table salt does, along with pork, along with a lot of red meat, along with smoking of any sort, along with eating a lot of, and this really goes out to a lot of my Caribbean family, and just a lot of Caribbean or Caribbean folk, period. You know, you guys tend to have a diet that is high in yams, things like that, right? And those types of roots, because it's a type of root food. So like your yam and you know, the pumpkin and things like that. Those things are high in not niacin, but they are high in a type of arsenic. High in arsenic. But all of the things that I spoke about all talk to the clogging of the arteries in the body. So whenever these types of foods and things like that, alcohol as well, like I said, smoking, whenever you're consistently consuming these things on a daily basis, they will constrict your arteries, which is then going to force the body or the heart to pump harder to try and force the blood through those arteries. Hence the high cholesterol, the high blood pressure, the congestive heart, and then ultimately the congestive heart failure. Prior to that, heart disease. So I had this customer. She was referred to me actually by one of the ladies at the health food store that I spoke to you guys about, that's in my local town. And she was diagnosed with congestive heart disease or congestive heart failure. So they had given her my business card. She is a senior. At the time, she had just retired. She told me, because we had a consultation, she had just retired from the city of Hartford. And she said, I got to do something about this. I get winded walking up the stairs. You know, so I told her, I said, Miss So-and-so, you know, because like I said, she was a senior. So out of respect, I have to address her by Miss So-and-so. Obviously, I'm not saying her name. So these are the things that I recommended to her, the herbal remedies that I prepared for her. But first I told her, I said, you got to cut out all the salt. If you consume pork, you got to cut out the pork. If you consume a lot of red meat, you got to cut that down. You need to do more of clean eating, all right? Cut out the yam or the pumpkin. Because like I said, those things, those types of foods, like the white potato as well, those, if you're consuming a lot of that, and regular white rice. Ezekiel, turn that game down, please. Y'all know where I'm at. And because those things create arsenic in the body. Everybody knows what is arsenic. You use arsenic to kill rodents, and it's poison. But those things damage, those types of foods damage the arteries, and it corrodes the arteries. So those are the things that I told her she needed to cut out. You know, switch to table salt. No. Switch to sea salt. No more table salt. And to eat more vegetables. Definitely. A lot more alkaline based fruits and things like that. I told her to switch from your regular white rice to wild rice. Not even brown rice, but wild rice. And if she could really switch to quinoa, that would be much better. The herbal remedies that I prepared for her was a tincture that she used daily for congestive heart failure. A tea that she drank. Okay? And of course, sea moss gel. Bye, Zeke. Love you. Have a great day. Okay. And actually, I prepared 2 tinctures for her. The one tincture was specifically for the congestive heart failure, and another tincture to regulate her blood pressure, to balance her blood pressure. All right. And I met this lady in April of 2021, and she was very consistent with any type of healing using herbal remedies. You have to be consistent. It can't be you order one batch of the herbal remedies, or maybe even 2, and you don't see, or you think you don't see any progression. You have to be consistent. Consistency brings balance in anything in life. Consistency brings balance. So I met her in April of 2021, and I would deliver to her. She was local. She lived in Hartford, so I would deliver to her. And then sometimes she would come and do her local grocery shopping in town, and I would meet her at the local grocery store in town. It's a grocery store, begins with, it's SS is in the, in the name. So anyhow, hence several months later, and, and I also made her a black seed oil. Then she consumed 1 tablespoon of that on a daily basis. Okay. And April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, something that happens in November. I'm telling you, that is like a season or a month in the season of great healing. And that's just something that I've been seeing. So, and in between these 7 months, she was going to her doctor's appointments and things like that. And I remember the beginning of that November 2021, she called me. She was crying. She said, Tanya, in her heavy, thick Caribbean accent. I said, yes, Miss So-and-so. She said, girl, I don't know what you was doing. And I said, what you mean you don't know what I was doing? She said, those things, they're working, they don't work. And I said, okay. She said, I went to a different doctor for something else, that they had seen and going on with her. And I said, okay. She said, and I went to this doctor, it was basically she had went to a pulmonary doctor, right? A specialist, not a cardiologist, but she went to a pulmonary doctor. But the cardiologist told her, here comes the healing. The cardiologist recommended her to go to the pulmonary doctor. She really didn't know why, but she said she went. She to the pulmonary specialist. Now, pulmonary has to do with the what, y'all? The blood. Cardiology, heart. Cardiologist recommended or referred her to go to the pulmonary specialist. She said, I went to the new doctor, the pulmonary. They ran the tests and the things that they needed to do, she said, and he said, well, they say here that you're diagnosed with congestive heart failure. He said, well, Miss So-and-so, there's no issues with your heart. No issues with the heart. The heart was fine. It was like it was rebuilt. It was healed. She said, and I wanted to tell him so bad, it's the herbs. It's the herbs that Tanya has been fixing for me. She said, but the good Lord told me to keep my mouth shut. She said, well, why did my cardiologist send me to you then if there's nothing going on with my heart? She said he referred her basically to the pulmonary, because when the last time she went to the cardiologist, he saw nothing else going on with the heart. The heart was clear. So then there must be something going on with the blood that corrected the heart. So he sent her to the pulmonary doctor or specialist, and the blood was clean, the heart was healed. So that is a great reality of herbal healing. I don't talk about these things because it's something that I read in a book or herbal book. These are things that I have, or my customers have experienced. They have experienced herbal healing using herbal remedies. So I hope this encouraged someone. I hope you stayed to the end. Remember, check me out on HomeGrownWellness 72 on my YouTube channel. Like and subscribe, please. We need those, or I need those 50 subscribers. Our first live call-in right now session will be March 31st at 9 p.m. I hope some people will reach out to me and want to be a part of this. We'll be discussing different herbs, holistic living, gardening. We'll be discussing family. We'll be discussing love, all of that greatness. If you need to place an order, you can order on my website, which is homegrownfba.company.site. If you need to schedule a consultation, you can DM me as well. You can contact me on my business line, 860-532-3016. Family, remember, be great to yourself because you are great. Be great to your family. Be great to your community. And as always, without love, we have absolutely nothing. Family, be well. Take care.